That was an incredible run. But some teams that looked unstoppable last year will start to show some cracks in their armor. But the other teams that didn't look like much on paper last year, beginning this season, are now looking like they will surprise.
And that is it for now as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports Group.
We've got a capacity crowd here at the United Center, and we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. And it's Irving at the one. Gasol, no good. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean, you rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
Now, here's Rose. After the miss from Pau Gasol. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Irving leading the charge.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And with Pau, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
And that one misses.
And a final point, guys, with Pau's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
And the second free throw, good.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
Now here's Rose. He feeds it to Butler. Clock at 6. Back to Rose. Another shot, and Gasol gets it to go.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, I briefly spoke with David Blatt. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Rose with another miss. And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Rose. Butler attacking. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. His mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Now, here is Irving. And the shot is good. Irving's got his first 2 points of the night.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Rose gets to Gasol. Lets it go from 11. Tries yet again. And Noah with a nice bucket inside.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there, and most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
Rose passes to Butler. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. LeBron against Rose. LeBron dishes to Irving. On the wing, Shumpert. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Rose gets to Gasol, and he slams it one-handed.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
It's stolen by Dunleavy. Rose with the ball. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And again, it's Pau Gasol. And that makes it a tie ball game.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Irving passes to LeBron with the fadeaway. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Outside Butler. Back to Rose. Sinks the triple. Rose has got his first 3 points of the game.
He's trying to get it going offensively, but right now just 1 of 4 to start.
Irving against Rose. Irving kicks to Mozgov. Noah with the block. And they get it back. Chicago leading by 3. Some firepower, Clark, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Shumpert. Love with the screen for Shumpert. Shot clock at 6. Love with the screen for Shumpert. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Shumpert's got 5.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Offensive rebound.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Irving with a clean look. And that one comes up a bit short.
Guys, the Bulls defense was as stout as ever last season. A big part of that is they have guys that challenge you inside and at the rim. Even off the bench, all of their bigs are mobile and protect the basket.
Now here's James. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. Rose dishes to Dunleavy. Back to Rose. Shoots from the high post. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Talking about the Bulls and their rim protection, they had the lowest opponent field goal percentage on shots right at the rim.
Yeah, and it helps when you compare 7-footers down low. It's not just the bigs, though. Even their perimeter players will track back and challenge at the rim. Really a total team effort.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Cavaliers.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want, but then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Mike Dunleavy. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
So it's Chicago now. The Cavaliers making the shot. Count that one. And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
It's stolen by Smith. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's James. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Verjao can't hit.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Gibson. Excellent defense there from Smith. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Williams. Looking for his first basket still in this one. The drive by Thompson. And Gibson sends it back. And he jams it with authority.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Williams kicks to LeBron. Feeds to Thompson. Pass to James. From the wing, Mirotic grabs the miss. The Bulls leading by 6. Passes to Gasol. Mirotic has a wide open look. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Smith with a wide open look. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Here's Thompson. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And it's now only a 1-point Chicago lead. Into the Bulls, shooting 43% since taking the floor today. Gasol kicks to Heinrich. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Heinrich's got his first basket of the night. 1:50 left to play in the first quarter. The screen from Thompson. And Williams, here we go. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Chicago with the ball. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with two teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
The better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Can't connect from short range. Chicago leading. Outside Gasol. To the inside, Gibson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. He's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan.
Take a break.
But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it. And it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots.
Yeah, you know, talking about Gibson, he started 70 games his first year and made the all-rookie team. But thereafter, had been mostly a 6-man off the bench through last season. It happens, but it's still somewhat unusual for a guy to go backwards like that.
And talking about Gibson, if he ever wants to be seen as a high-level starter, he needs to work on a few things. More bankable moves in the post, more fluid post game, if you will, and really increased strength and consistency. I think those things will carry him to that starting five.
Here is Brooks. Anderson Varejao making his last shot. Shot left block. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Chicago shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And, you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
That free throw good from Gasol. Here's Dellavedova. He dishes it to Varejao. With 1 on the clock. Got it off in time, but it's no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Bulls up by 3. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
Check it out.
And we got from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
I go back and I'm able to, read the scouting report, and also when I get to the arena, I also watch more film on each and every guy that's going to be playing, guys that I know I may be, matched up against, throughout the night. So I'm not surprised by anything if it happens throughout the game. So it's a lot of preparation that goes in, to just one game, just trying to get one win, but that's what it takes in the NBA.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there, caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it, and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Butler teams with Dunleavy on the perimeter. The big men are Gibson and Noah. And it's Rose in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. 4 on the clock, and so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Cavaliers 5th.
I guess time will tell if they can repeat that level of success from a year ago when they were one of the best long-distance shooting teams in the league.
Here's Rose. 2 on the clock. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Dellavedova, the pass to Love. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Love's got 5 now.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Now Irving. He's got 5. Outside jumper. It's a pick by Love. Dellavedova kicks to Irving. Cleveland moving the ball around. Shumpert, no good. The Bulls shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Stolen by Thompson. Irving kicks to Love. Back to Irving. To the middle. And Gibson sends it back. Here's Noah. No good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Rose. Butler on the wing. A special move before the shot. Butler's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now here's Shumpert, defended by Dunleavy. That is good. Love's got the game tied up here for Cleveland.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Rose. He's got 5. Outside Butler. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists now tonight.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report? Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Love. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the 2nd quarter.
Thank you, Doris.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Shumpert again. It's Butler. Back to Gibson. And the rejection by Love. On the wing, Shumpert. Beyond the arc. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. Here's Butler. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Irving misses. The Bulls have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the 2nd quarter. Noah kicks to Butler. Gibson dishes to Noah, and stolen by James. Knocked loose. Butler with the steal. And finished off by Rose.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Iman Shumpert. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Rose passes to Noah. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Outside jumper. He kicks it to Mozgov. Noah with the block. Back to Butler. Outside Gibson. Rose against Irving. And Gibson kicks to Butler. Dunleavy dishes to Noah. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead. Here's Mozgov. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Mozgov's got 6 points. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. The kick out to Rose. Lets it go with the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. That's 10 points for Rose.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
The drive by James. Here's Mozgov. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Pau Gasol is checked in for Gibson. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Rose. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. It's way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Here's Butler following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Deep 2 from Brooks. And it's sent back by Irving. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. That ties it up. Smith's got 5 points so far.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish. And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
Butler, 2 on the clock. Mozgov grabs the board.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And let's check out stats for James. He's coming off an excellent season, putting up about 25 points per, 7 assists and 6 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And, guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team, a true warrior, even in an off year.
Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for the Bulls.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
Now here's Gasol. Butler kicks to Brooks. Gasol passes to Butler, and it's thrown down hard with both hands. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
And we still aren't halfway through this contest yet.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls, Clark, had playoff experience prior to their postseason run the season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, two-time champion in the locker room, big, as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball requires.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. LeBron kicks to Smith. Here's Verjao. Cannot hit. Some solid defense from Gasol. Brooks right side. The Cavaliers pull it in. James has got 4 rebounds in this game. In the corner, it's Jefferson. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Heinrich dishes to Mirotic. Back to Heinrich. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And Brooks. Here we go. 3-pointer, Heinrich. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now, here's Jefferson. LeBron with a screen on Mirotic. Picked by Verjao. Smith, the pass to James. Puts up the baby hook. And he overshot that one, missing.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Here's Mirotic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Mirotic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Bulls.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Williams. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Now here's Brooks. Out left to the wing. And here's Heinrich. He has 5. Back to Mirotic. Brooks kicks to Butler. Shoots from the baseline. The shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now. In the corner, Smith with it. Shoots the 3. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Gasol dishes to Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And that's 13 points for Jimmy Butler.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Mirotic the screen. Gasol against Verjao. And a foul call on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season. Seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Gasol drops 2.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Now here is Verjao. Picked by Verjao. Dellavedova, the pass to Verjao. Mirotic grabs the miss.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Back to Butler. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Bulls have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's Chicago as they wrap up the second quarter on a 14-4 run. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. Big-time play throughout the first half for Jimmy Butler. He had 14 points, 5 assists, and 1 steal. He put last game's performance behind him, doing some nice work in the opening period tonight. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Cleveland?
Their three-point shooters struggle to get into a rhythm. It's a mental thing. You start clanking them, and your teammates start. It's contagious. Now, percentage-wise, shooting in the low 30s, it's not horrific, but it's not great. And they have to improve their accuracy from deep in the second half, or they're going to have a hard time coming back.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Some fantastic numbers for Butler. He has 14 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark, and this offense has really performed at a high level.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Checking out the group for David Black to start the second half. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Amon Shumpert is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Mozgov in at the center position. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 10 points for Timofey Mozgov.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Rose kicks to Gasol. Can't get it to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Here's Shumpert. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set. And you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Now here's Rose. Kicks it to Dunlap. And the three ball is good. And the Bulls lead by 7. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Outside jumper. Mozgov sets a screen for Shumpert. Dishes it to Mozgov. And easy 2 points on the layup. Mozgov's got 4 this quarter.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Now here's LeBron. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Mozgov kicks to Love. Chicago grabs the miss. Gasol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Here's James after Chicago picking up the basket just moments ago.
Tell you what, Kevin, they love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch. That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
He misses the free throw. Well, talking about the strength of LeBron now, we saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to their body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
Rose kicks to Dunleavy. The kick out to Rose. Lets it go from 11. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mozgov's got 3 rebounds now in this one. On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Rose. Lets it go from 14. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Bulls leading by 6. Dunleavy dishes to Butler. Shumpert with some nice D.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Gibson passes to Noah, and he dunks it down.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. And the Cavaliers call time here.
And, you know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA. Already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
Give him a hand. Come on, Chicago. It's a pick by Love. Butler against LeBron, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Mozgov. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Picked by Mozgov. Williams kicks to Love. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. And it's 9 points for Love.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Noah in the post. Mozgov covering. Back to Butler. Trying to get open is Gibson. Offensive rebound. Butler kicks to Dunleavy. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Rose dishes to Butler. Mozgov with the steal. Now Cleveland moving it up. James with the ball.
Guys, they didn't waste that fast break opportunity. Good aggressive pass to get his teammate to the rim. I love it.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Now here's Noah. 12 points for him. Now here's Butler. Back to Noah. Shot clock at 5. On its way from Rose for 2. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
This touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. For Chicago, they have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
At the line for the Bulls, 1 shot.
That free throw good from Butler. Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired it and loved it.
It's so funny watching Mike Dunleavy Jr. play. I remember when his dad coached me when I was with Portland, and he was a little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls.
Here's Rose. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Gibson passes to Rose. Noah the screen and the foul on Derrick Rose. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. Brooks comes in for Jimmy Butler. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Thompson's checked in.
Talking about Dunleavy, boy, I tell you, he was playing at a high level already by his 2nd season in the league. Practically every statistic across the board matches up since then. And that's over a decade later.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And getting back to Dunleavy's consistency here in his later years, he's one of those guys who has really ramped up the nutrition. He's hitting the weight room. I could make the case that he was a tougher, better player last year, especially on defense, than at any other time in his career.
First one falls for him.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy. Not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
Smith checked in for Kyrie Irving. And so Mirotic nails both of them.
And back to Mirotic last season. Per 36 minutes, he averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds. He was also a tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big and made the all-rookie first team, was second in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for?
The Bulls leading by 4. Outside Rose. Outside Gibson. Back to Rose. And Mirotic has it in the corner. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 8th assist here tonight.
And, you know, for Mirotic, his value extends to the defensive end as well. He did a surprisingly good job of racking up blocks and steals last season. You have to believe that if he improves his power and consistency, an all-star nod isn't so far off.
Williams can't hit.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Now Rose, after Aaron Brooks' three-pointer didn't go. Rose attacking, and the rejection by Love. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago gains possession. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Chicago. Cleveland also making some changes. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Williams. Heinrich kicks it to Noah. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Gibson dishes to Noah. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Noah's got 6 here in this quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Outside Jefferson. Now the dish to Smith. The screen from Thompson.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Well, for J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade.
Now here's Brooks. Pass to Heinrich. Gasol against Varejao. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Varejao.
Gasol doing all sorts of things. 8 rebounds, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's got today have been just electric.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
And, guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Chicago making a switch here. Dunleavy's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. James checked in for Anderson Varejao. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau and the Bulls front office. Surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
And here is Gibson after Richard Jefferson just hit the 3. Great D that time from LeBron. Smith the pass to James. Now the feed to Dellavedova. Off target from three-point range.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game. Oh, I love that dish down low.
The screen from Thompson. Shot off the screen. No good from LeBron.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
But they'll get another chance. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got 8 points. 1:42 left in the third. There's the pass to Mirotic. Gibson in the post. Working on James. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's Dellavedova. Thompson, a screen on Brooks. Dellavedova kicks to Thompson. Goes back up. Dellavedova, that's good.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Oh, without question. I mean, when he gets it in that tight and that close, that's easy. Real easy.
Now here's Brooks for three. Dunleavy. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 4 assists now tonight.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Now here's Jefferson. He has 5. The screen from Thompson. Tries again. And it's Dunleavy with the rebound. Dunleavy's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Brooks. Smith with some nice D.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
To the left side wing. Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. Misses the 3. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bulls lead by 8. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. The Bulls leading by 8. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Bulls. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Mirotic in at the 3 spot. Here's Williams after Pau Gasol's bucket. Picked by Mozgov. Shumpert dishes to Irving. Mozgov sets a screen for Irving. Lets the 3 fly. They get it again. Another shot. No good on the layup.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Chicago has gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Down low, here's Mirotic. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. That's now 8 points for Nikola Mirotic.
Some guys will try to overpower you at the rim, but he likes to elude you and trick you. He's got quickness and a soft touch. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Here's Rose after the basket by Timothy Mozgov. Here's Noah, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And it's Rose penetrating. It's Chicago with another bucket. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Irving. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed.
And, you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler, because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
And he makes both free throws.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
Now here's Noah. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Noah has been all sorts of trouble for him. He has 14 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
No good on the second free throw. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clarkie came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Now here's Williams. Love with the screen on Buck. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
And they're controlling the and it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Rose kicks it to Noah. He feeds it to Butler. Gasol against Moskov. It's Gasol missing.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Rose attacking. And there's Joakim Noah on the assist by Rose. 16 points for Joakim Noah.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Williams kicks to Irving. That one off the back iron and out.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Gasol no good. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Feeds it to Love. The kick out to Irving. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 6 assists now in the game.
Wow, it's been a vanishing act for him down the stretch. He's made only 1 shot in 4 tries here.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He said, "We are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there." We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and, of course, the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap. A freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
Here's Irving. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Outside jumper. Love with a wide open look. And again, it's Cleveland.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Rose passes to Butler. Outside Gasol. Mirotic has the open look. Love grabs the board. Love's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Irving. And Butler sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Cavaliers ball.
Here is Love. Outside jumper. And Cleveland again with the bucket. Chicago leading by 4. Rose with the ball. Mirotic dishes to Noah. Gasol's in the post. Mozgov covering. And finished off by Gasol.
Oh, the big man rocking the rim. Good aggressive finish right there.
And usually he leaves those to his teammates.
And you know, guys, with his length, I think he needs to attack the basket much more. Those dunks should be routine for him.
Shumpert, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go. Shumpert heading to the hoop. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
The Bulls have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. And Mirotic gets to Gasol. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Butler passes to Rose. He dishes it to Gasol. Wants to get it to Rose, and does. And that one's good. Rose has got 4 points this quarter.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Irving.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Noah. Here's Rose. Some solid defense there from Irving. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Shumpert dishes to James. It's a pick by Love. Back to Shumpert. Puts up a 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 20 points for Iman Shumpert.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Rose kicks to Butler. Noah in the post. He's going up against Love. Outside Rose. 6 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Irving with the steal. Pass to LeBron. Baseline jumper. Rebound by Butler. Chicago leading by 3. Rose passes to Mirotic. Back to Rose. Bulls moving the ball around. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Noah dishes to Mirotic. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to Love. And the shot falls short this time.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Shumpert, no good. Chicago's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed.
A one-man show offensively, as that's almost always good news for his team.
Here's James. Looking to end his cold spell, and the layup is good.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
Chicago leading by 5. Rose kicks it to Noah. Butler against Shumpert. And stolen by James. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Shot from 12. Cannot hit. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass. And that's another big one.
And in a close game like this, it can be won or lost on the boards. They've got to keep it up.
Butler against James. Mozgov sets a screen for LeBron. Another 3 for Cleveland.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Now here's Rose. Butler passes to Mirotic. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
Chicago ball.
Free throw drops for Butler.
Yeah, and he says thank you very much as he cashes in on the technical. Only a point, but now that lead just increased.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Mirotic. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Rose kicks to Gasol. Mozgov with the steal. Dishes it to LeBron. The 11-footer. Rebound by the Bulls. Noah's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. They get it back. The kick out to Irving. Outside jumper. LeBron James on the wing. There's the dish to Irving. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're trailing by 5. 1:14 left here in the fourth quarter. .114 left in the fourth quarter. Thompson. He kicks it to Irving. Irving double team. Mozgov dishes to Irving. Great defense that time from Noah.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Now here's Rose. Four on the clock. To the inside. It's deflected and stolen by Irving. Puts it up from 15. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. And that's an intentional foul.
That's his second personal.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
Looking at the game Rose has been having, he has 18 points and a dozen assists. A terrific offensive combination, setting up teammates and knocking down the deep ball.
And winning basketball, Clark, there's no doubt that the two are related.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're down by 7. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
Yeah, and even if they get it and then get a quick foul, I'm not sure there's enough time even under that scenario.
Here's Irving. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Derrick Rose. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. Timeout called Cleveland. They're losing by 7. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. J.R. Smith on the wing. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Here's Brooks. Heinrich outside. Left side, Gibson. Missed. And so it's Chicago winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most. They got the W.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Powell, obviously the turnover number was high. You were still able to get the win. Is that something that Coach usually addresses with you guys?
It's addressed every single game. You know, I think our turnovers are way too high. We just got to take care of the ball, make the right play, make the right pass.
Imagine how good you'll be, Powell, when you stop turning the ball over. Kevin, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
He set his teammates up with the tune of 12 assists. He's got such great court vision, and tonight he was seeing the whole court very clearly.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.